Okay, we're taking a look at Margaret's freestyle here. Two things really pop out when we're looking at this. The first thing is exceptionally positive. I absolutely love if we can get the right angle. This right here is exactly what we're looking for as far as catching water in freestyle, and it comes to Margaret very naturally. She hasn't really had to work on it that much. It's one of these things I see. Really, the only other one that I've seen on this team with a catch like that is Evie, my Evie. So what the catch does here is you can kind of see that it creates this kind of ball of water, if you will, right here that you're going to now be pushing back behind you. And when your elbow is really, really high like that, we call it anchoring. It almost looks like you're anchoring your elbow in place and then pushing the hand down and just creating so much pull in the water. And the goal there is just to push it straight back. I love this, and I was thrilled to see this underwater because all the great ones have the high elbow catch. Your Katie Ledecky's of the world, they all have it. And Margaret has it, and it's pretty natural to her. I think that the one thing as we go through, and I'll probably have to play it for you a little bit faster in a second, but as we go through, you can see that the wrist kind of turns out a little bit as it goes. So you have this great high elbow catch, and instead of keeping the wrist kind of down at this point here like this, it kind of comes out like that. So we're losing some catch on the hand, as we go through. Okay, and when I play it a little bit faster, you'll see what I mean. The wrist kind of gets, we call it floppy. I mean, it's just kind of a floppy wrist. It isn't that stiff wrist with the stiff elbow. So let me slow it down for you, and we can just play it. But it's the wrist that kind of, and that was a really good one there. If I can rewind that one. Okay, so it's down, and as it goes through, now it's up. Okay, so the wrist is causing some issues. We've got to keep that wrist a little bit tighter so we can grab the water better with our hand, right? If the wrist is flopping all over the place, it really doesn't matter how high our elbows are. We're not going to be catching nearly as much water. Okay, so love the high elbow catch. We definitely need to work the wrist, especially right there. You can see that the wrist is coming apart. So right here, the wrist is down, and from here, we just need to make sure that we're pulling basically straight back behind us this way with the hand and keeping the wrist exactly where it is. It's straight here. Okay, that's what's going to catch that water. And as we go through, you can just see that wrist comes up. Now we're in. This is a really good angle. You can see. Now we're here. So we're not pulling any water with our hand at all. Okay, right here. So we just need to keep the wrists straight down. Really, if you think of your fingertips, the fingertips should remain down all the way through the stroke, and you can see right there in that position that they're up. The other thing I look at when I'm looking at the freestyle is just her head, just Margaret's head position here. It does have a tendency to move quite a bit. We're down, we're up, we're to the side. We're moving that head around an awful lot. And that's just going to cause, when you're moving your head like that, the spine has a tendency to move, and then kicking becomes more difficult. You're not really in full control of your body if that head's moving. And so we just have that tendency, and driving the head, deep, it's like, the eyes are, it's okay to have the eyes look straight down here. It's okay to have the eyes look this way a little bit. But it is not okay to have the eyes look anywhere behind you at all. When that happens, the back of the neck kind of curls up on you, right? Obviously it'll curl like that, and then your shoulder rotation and your kicking, everything is affected by head position. So we just got to do a better job of that. But other than those two things, I mean, the catch is outstanding. See, the head position was up there as well. Now we're looking upwards before we take a breath. So we're down, and now we're up, and then we're over. So bad head position causes bad body position. So it's just something to remember. But these are two very easy things that Margaret could fix. I mean, head position, you just keep your head still. It's not hard. And focusing on keeping those fingertips down and getting a really strong wrist, she'll start pulling water and feeling it immediately. So really happy with the way it looks overall. It's just really those two things.